from one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. Oh, some strong running. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Love going to throw right away. And incomplete to open things up.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Love. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, 50 yards. And the Packers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Yellow, hey, 43, 43, 15.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
15, 43, hey, 15, 15, 15. Attack.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
It's a
gain of 32 that time.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. That one caught downfield by Watson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Love. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. To throw now. Here's Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. They'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Throwing. Love. Hard throw. Incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 34-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
43, yellow.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Easy. 1st and 10. 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 480. Hey, 57. Hey, Sunday, on Sunday. Come back. Hey, 43. 15.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down. Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Ready. 33. Yellow. Check right.
Love from the gun. That's taken in by Watson. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his running back out of the backfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on, or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Jaden Reed, 61 yards. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, yellow, I go up. 15. Yellow. Hey, rip. Hey, 43.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Butker's kick here is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in this last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Love now. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Love. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. 1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Attack, attack! 43rd, come back!
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Yellow. Hey, 15. Hey, 57.
Now it's Mahomes again. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Hey, ribble it.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Yellow. High down these two. Let's go, Louie.
Mahomes going to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Hey, Sunday. Hey, yo up. 15.
Mahomes now to throw. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will level the playing field at 17-all. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Second and 7.
Fight, 97. Ready.
Working out of the gun. Love. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
And in the second half of the tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
60 red. Cut.
They'll run with Watson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there at a 1st down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Ready?
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here comes 2nd down at 5. A run. It's Watson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
Come on, set.
Love will sneak it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Love will sneak it. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal.
50, green.
Love. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Brandon McManus on for the field goal.
The kick by McManus is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow. 15, 15, 15.
Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Yellow. Hey, 15, 15, 15. Attack, attack.
Mahomes to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Yellow. 15, 15. Yellow. Hey, 57.
Mahomes. Finding Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are on the field?
Mahomes. And that's complete to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
Yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. 15, 15. 15.
Here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Hey, yellow, go going, go going.
Mahomes. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Here comes 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, 15, 15, 15.
Mahomes will throw. And that is incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
To throw is Mahomes. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Let's go. 62 blaster. Ready.
Here's Love. To Dobbs, and he hauls it in. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. That's caught downfield. It's Golden. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
McManus on for the Packer field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
So
advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Love looking to throw it. Short throw. He's got Kraft. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
Ready?
Off the play fake, Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing. Love. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry, we're okay. Because when he's on the field, that anger works for him. It fuels him, it powers him, and the end result runs like that.
And he stopped immediately there.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Chiefs 27-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Check.
Now Love. This will be caught inside the 10. A chance now to strike first in the overtime session and get a big leg up. First and goal.
Packers first down. First and goal.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. To throw now, here's Love. And he whips that one incomplete there. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. McManus now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive. And got his man complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
And how about that? In a game that's had just about everything, how's that for an answer? Remember, in the past, this game would be over already. But that's a huge play there to give him a fighting chance to go down and possibly tie this game.
Here's Mahomes to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Yellow.
Mahomes to throw once more. And Brown's got it for a Chiefs touchdown. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Mahomes will throw for it. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out. Yeah. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, hit, before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling,
Bring them out, bring them out.
all my hot girls yelling,
Bring them out, bring them out.
all the dope boys yelling,
Bring them out, bring them out.
front to back, they yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got